What's going on, guys? Just wanted to see what you guys are up to. I have some untold stories of demolition and derby. Actually, these are stories that these are actually true stories, all of them, and these are stories that I have encountered, and I have a cold, so I'm sorry about that. Turn some music on. There we go. All right, so story number one. If you have any stories, by the way, put them in the comments below. But story number one is around 2006, actually. I was going to the Monroe County Fair in New York. Um, and it was it's a good demo. I really missed it. They actually got rid of it in 2013, and it's really pissed me off, but it's whatever. They actually turned the racetrack into a courthouse, and they turned the whole ground into buildings and shit. So pretty fucked up. But anyways, 2006, we were going to the demo. We were on the highway, and we were almost there. We were gonna get right off the exit, and we kind of hit like a slowdown, like a traffic stop. Excuse me, and we started to slow down. Not too bad, like 10 miles an hour. We slowed down, rush hour. We were leaving about 4 o'clock, 4:30, and there was a police. Someone pulled someone over, and we went to go look at see who it was. Drive by, and it was two maybe 16, 17. They were older, and they had a demo car, and they actually driving it on the highway, going to the same event we were going to. They looked about maybe 17, 18, and police pulled them over, and I've never seen anything like that before. They were just trying to drive it to the actual event, but obviously that's not legal. But they probably just didn't have the money to tow the car. But it was like an old Cadillac. It was a V8, and I never saw them at the demo, so that means they never made it. So I don't know what they did with the car, but they never made it. Um, but that's that story. That happened in 2006, and if you know who that is, hit me up in the comments and tell me, because that was crazy. It was like one of the most memorable moments I've known of. So, God, my words. Story two actually happened in 2009. It's kind of a sad story, where I think our neighbor's stepson passed away, and there was a minivan demolition. This is at Genesee County, New York. Went to this demo in 2009, and basically it was a minivan demo, and the guy got hit really hard. He was pushed up into the wall, and one of the firefighters went to go check on the guy on the passenger side of the door while the demo was still going on, though, and never blew the horn, never did anything, and when they one of the drivers didn't see the firefighter on the passenger side door and hit the front fender on the driver's side door and didn't see him, and it ripped the whole car around, hitting the guy, causing the guy to go cross the air, hitting his head on the dry dirt, because where he was standing they didn't put water down, and he passed away. But it was just one of those stories. I mean, one of those things that just was crazy. And from that moment, they actually changed how the fire department is in that area. Like they don't have like a whole wall now. There was no wall there, but they added a wall there for the firefighters to stand by. But yeah, that was crazy, and it was just one of those things that was kind of a shit thing. And then story number three is also kind of another sad one. I'm not sure if he lived or if he not. If he didn't, but it wasn't really his fault. It was more of a promoter thing. And basically, what happened was this is at Hemlock, New York demo, and he was going to back up to this, because this was a compact heat, but they put minivans in it too. I don't know why they do that with the compacts. Maybe with a V8, sure, but with compacts, I don't really understand that whole deal. But whatever. And they were going, and the compact, I think it was like a little '90s Chevy or something, was backing into this minivan, and then he hit, and then right as he was doing that, another car in the front was coming at him like full speed, and it crushed the whole car, and the whole car was all compact together. It was like almost like a square, and it was bad. I mean, that was one of the moments. Alright, sorry guys, the mic kind of cut out for there for a second. But anyways, he was compacted in. It was like a square, and it was bad. We didn't. He looked hurt, but he wasn't conscious. It didn't look like he was just laying there, and he basically we don't know if he died. I don't know. He looked okay. Maybe he didn't. I don't see any blood. If you know who it is, they had to put the blue tarps up and everything, and then they put him in the ambulance, but they didn't put the sirens on, so we're not really sure if he was a gunner. We don't really know, but it was just one of those things that was really bad, and I feel like I'm the promoter side because why are you going to put minivans with compacts? I don't understand that. I don't understand why they don't put minivans with minivans, compacts with compacts. I don't understand the whole mixing up deal. Like, just leave it to one heat, like, for real. That's how I feel. But, I'm going to have a lot of hate on that. I can already tell. My next story, I'm actually going to stop this. Well, I'm not going to stop it, but I'm going to have to hit this button. But my next story, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. So, I'm back. So, this is my next story. It's going to be my final story, actually, that I can think of off the top of my head. I might do another one of these depending on how many views or what you say in the comments, but this is my last one for the video. This one happened this year at the New York State Championship in Erie County. It's usually in Syracuse, but dickhead Governor Cuomo decided to blow up the you know that whole area because he wanted to make some room for RVs and crap, whatever. But anyways, it was in Erie County, Buffalo this year, and it was an okay show. It was not bad, but we got down to the compact championship, the statewide New York State statewide 4-cylinder championship, and we had some good drivers. We got Tim Aniszewski and a couple other guys I knew, but they were going and they were all driving, smashing, bashing, and I think it was down to a guy named Craig, and it was down to Tim, and I don't really know Tim, but he was going, and they kept like whacking each other, like they would back into each other, and then they would pull forward, and then they would back into each other, and they would pull forward, and then one of the times Tim backed up and hit him. The whole back end went and hit his back of his head on the seat, and it caused him to totally get knocked out. Like he was totally like unconscious and knocked out. Like he was just laying there. And then Greg didn't see it, and Greg hit him again and hooked onto his car, and started pulling him across the field while he was still knocked out. Obviously, Greg won because he was the final car moving, obviously, but he was only because Tim was knocked out. But it was a good show. But that was pretty much it. He was okay. Obviously, Tim was fine. He was just a little a little dazed. But it was a good show, and I don't know if I'm gonna go this year. It was kind of a shit show, kind of in the same way, but I liked it in Syracuse. Syracuse was fucking dope, dude. I really liked that stadium and everything. It was so cool. But that was basically it. That's all I really got for you guys. Let me think if I can think of anything else, because I do got a lot of time left. Let's see here. I can't really think of anything. Cause I'm thinking about it. Okay, I got another one. Well, this one's kind of a dumb one, but it is a story. Um, this was also this year's St. Lawrence County Demolition Derby, and this is kind of a story. I mean, it's not super interesting, this one, but I've never seen it before, so it was kind of interesting to me. And it's a bone stock show, and someone was driving like an '03, '02 Saturn, like with the plastic cars. And the plastic cars had their advantages because inside it's all like roll cage stuff. It's all metal inside the plastic, obviously. But you could have a shopping cart hit it, and there'd be no dent because it's plastic, which I find kind of cool. I find that's kind of cool because there's no denting, and they don't do too bad in the demos. But he was going, and he was driving this. I don't know who he is. He was in the St. Lawrence County 2016 demo, and it was a black and red Saturn. He painted it. He was driving. He was making some good hits, and then he got pinned up against his dirt bank, and someone came full track right to his back tire. He was hit, and he was out. But the guy decided to swing around and do it again. And he got a lot of boos and hate. I saw a lot of booing in St. Lawrence this year. There was a lot of people booing and not liking it. I saw a lot of booing this year, but he came around again, hit him right in the front end, like front fender where his tire is, and he was definitely done up because like everything was his tires were off, everything was junk. But as he hit it, his horn went off, and he must have not disconnected the horn or something. And it just kept going off, like it was a straight just horn. Like it wasn't like a beep beep type thing. It was like it was stuck. Like the horn was basically stuck. Like if you shot someone in the head and their head hit the horn, it would, you know how it makes it sound like a GTA or something. Yeah, basically it was like that, and it was stuck like that. It was like one of the most annoying things ever. Like you have no idea how annoying that was. It went off like maybe 3 to 4 minutes later because it must have drained the battery or something. I don't know how it went off, but it was super annoying. It was something super interesting. I've never seen that happen before. It was a bone stock show, so he probably just forgot. Probably slipped his mind or whatever. But yeah, that's all I really got for you guys for video. Well, not for video, for this segment for Untold Stories. I'll see if I can think of any more that I have gotten to, but that's about it. More videos coming. Probably not going to be for a little bit till like April 16th, and then I'm also going to a car show in PA, so gonna get some footage from that. But you know, it'll be a good spring. I'm not gonna be able to go to the spring fling demo in Genesee County. I'm kind of bummed, but you know, it's whatever. Like, subscribe, share. Talk to you guys later. Hit me up on my Instagram, my Twitter, or my Facebook. Peace out, guys.